3 pins up, and when you're happy, carefully push those in to the gearbox, just being careful not to break those pins as you push them in. I think that's gone in okay. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks a bit off there, so let me push the top bit in. There we go. Yeah, you can see there the lower casing. Now you've got 2 lugs there, 2 holes on this piece. What you want to do is push that over, just the front casing. So just see what we'll do there. So that's got here, it's self-explanatory, guys. It can only go one way. So just put that over that pin there. Oh, the joys of modern building, guys, the joys. It's all good fun. So that's going to keep moving for a minute, so what I'm going to do is tighten it up. The 2 camshaft sprockets. I love these. I love blue. Blue is my favourite colour, so yeah, I love these. This is going to make it look beautiful. So again, these are just 2 pins here. So this is just a matter of pushing these on. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. It's been a minute, hasn't it? There's a lot of things going on, guys. Don't want to bore you with that. I've done a bit more of the light in the background. I've got some new mics. Hopefully they're sounding good. There, let's crack on. Oh, and I've had to take my bikes to be MOT'd. Still not back yet, because I've got to wait for them to deliver it. What I might be doing as I'm filming this, guys, now, the day after today, I might go and fetch it myself. So keep an eye out for a vlog. If I do that, I'll vlog that and document it for you and put it up on the channel, rather than wait for CMC where they've gone for the MOT to bring them back next Tuesday. So I'm filming this video now, guys, so yeah, I just can't deal with it. I'm here in the studio, I'm just over there, there's nothing there. Both bikes have gone to have an MOT. They both passed brilliantly. I've had the clutch fixed, it needed bleeding, so that's all ready to go now. The MOT, taxed, insured obviously. So yeah, vlogging is ready to go. I've got good weather in the UK at the minute, so vlogging is coming to the channel soon, guys. On the Ducati 1299 and the Kawasaki Z900, so keep an eye out for that. But back to today's video, guys. I'm building more of the Toyota Supra from the Fast and Furious franchise, and we're at issue 13. There's the mag, here's the parts. And what I'm going to do over the next few days, guys, as this is going out, it's going to be the weekend, I'm going to do a double whammy. So I'm going to be doing, as I say, issue 13, and then coming up after that will be issue 14. There's the mag and the parts, all engine work. This is as well, guys, so pretty cool. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put this build or any other build on the channel. But yeah, that's it for you guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Toyota Supra from Fanhome. Okay then, so here we go, issue 13, unlucky for some, hopefully not us. There's the parts, guys. I'll look at that in a sec. Let's take a quick look through this issue's mag. I still can't get into the routine how small these magazines are compared to the previous builds I've done, like say for example Dom's Charger. The magazines are a lot bigger than these, guys. But everyone's cutting costs nowadays, aren't they? Whether that's something to do with it, I don't know. But yeah, straight into this thing, guys. This issue today, we're going to be doing pulleys and engine mechanisms part 1. So yeah, we've got a lot going on here, guys. This is going to be a pretty busy issue, so I'm not going to hang about. But here's the instructions. Wow, it is a big issue, this, guys. At the end, it's going to be looking like that, but we've got 20 instructions here, so there's a lot of little fiddly things being put on, and as I say, pulleys and engine mechanisms, so this is going to be cool. So I'll bring the parts over. It's got here, I'll take a look what we've got. Wow, look at the detail on them, guys. Let me just take this out of the box, this bottom part. This build's going to be cool. Just look at the detail of these pulleys, guys. Let me just hold that underneath and you can see. Look at that. Lovely blue. Look at the little grooves, the indent, which would be like that on a pulley cog like that for the belts to go around. This is amazing. Right, I'm not going to go through each part. I'm just going to get on with this. I really want to get this built, guys, so and get this starting to be assembled. This engine is going to look cool. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with instruction 1, and I will try and explain everything what I'm fitting at the time, so you know what parts they are. So yeah, sit back, relax, guys, and let's crack on. Okay, for instruction 1, we want to be applying this piece here, which is called the distribution lower casing. Now you've got 2 lugs there and 2 holes on this piece. All you want to do is push that over 2 lugs like so, and then what we're going to do, guys, is apply 2 IM screws, one into that hole there and one into that hole there. So we'll get that done. Yeah, been a bit busy this week, guys, hence why I've not done many videos. I've fitted some new lighting in the studio. I've also had some new mics, which I'm hoping are sounding good. There's one positive I've got. Touch wood, they seem to be lasting longer. Now, my other mics used to die within a couple of minutes, so I had to keep swapping mics. So I've got 2 mics here, but one's charged obviously 100%. But they say this would last 7 hours. So unless I do a 7-hour marathon, I shouldn't have any problem with these mics. So it's all good. Right, so those screws are nice and tight. And that's how that's looking at the end of instruction 1. So we're going to crack on and move on to instruction 2, where now we've got to connect the water pump casing 2 to the water pump casing 1. So if I bring the parts over, this is the piece we want first, that one, and this black plastic piece here. And what it's telling us to do, guys, for instruction 2 is we've got to just basically put this against this piece here, which is 13H, which is the pump casing. So let me just see what we're going to do here. So that's great. Yeah, it's self-explanatory, guys. It can only go on one way. So we just put that over that pin there, line the holes up, and that is as simple as that. Now moving on to instruction 3, we need 13Q, which is the water pump. So put that to one side. I am showing everything I'm getting, guys, so if you're building this along with me, you know what these parts are called. So there we go. This is all plastic, by the way. This is, guys, that's the water pump. Now what you want to do, this little lug here you've got, it's got to go in that hole just there. And you've also got a little rectangle pin which goes into that slot there, so you can't go wrong here, guys, to be fair. It will only go on one way. There we go, that clicks into position. That's how that's looking at the end of instruction 3. Pretty cool. Now we've got to bring the engine back over. I always get nervous when I'm building engines because there's that many little pieces, pipes, all that. I don't want to fall off. Right, so this has to go basically here. So I just turn that facing me so I can see what I'm doing. And what we need to do now is, I think this has got to go under there, where that little black piece is there, it's got to go in that hole. So what you do is carefully just join those together. Bear with if you can't see, guys, I will show you when I've done it, you know that. Especially at the end of the video, I'll do an outro. And also, guys, what I do, if you didn't know, is I do short videos which are just basically showing you where we are with each build. You can have close-up shots. That's how it's looking. The end of instruction 4. So now we're going to move on to instruction 5. So instruction 5, we have now got to apply 2 IM screws, which are going to be going into that hole there and that hole there. So let's get that done. So just turn the build round. So the first one will go in there, nice and tight. Place that there, and then the second one just dropped on the floor. It's a good job to give you some spares here, guys. Right, so let's get another screw out. There we go. And this one's got to go just that little hole, just there. That's how that's looking at the end of instruction 5. Now we're going to move on to instruction 6. Right, now what we're doing is assembling the alternator. So you want this piece here, which is 13K, and this piece here, which are plastic, 13L. And these big pins here just go into these 2 holes. So it's simply simple as putting them just together. You hear that click? There you go. You have the alternator. And then you've got a washer, which is 13R, and this is the pulley basically. It's going to be the pulley shaft, the alternator shaft. And this is instruction 7.1 now, guys. What we need to do now is just look see if there's any pins on this. No, but basically what we're going to do, this part here, which you've got the jagged part, not this side, guys, which is the smooth part, you just apply that there like that. So we need to put this washer on the alternator, and then put this alternator shaft, that's what it's called, yeah, and push that through. I can't see that wash being big enough for that. Let me just double check, see if this will go over here. Yeah, it does. And push that through the alternator. It should come out the other side, just got to line that up a bit. There you go. Brilliant. That's how that's looking so far. The end of instruction 7. I'll take it some belts are going to go on that, guys, or something. Pretty cool. So now we need to take some more pieces out of the box of goodies. So we need this piece here, which is the alternator support. Now this goes at the rear of the alternator, guys. So if you're looking at it like that, that needs to pop on there like that, and you've got that little pin sticking up. So looking something like that. What we're going to do is put a screw in there, an AP screw. So I'm just get an AP screw. Yeah, my aim is, guys, it might not make much difference to you guys, whether you noticed or not, I'm not sure, is to try and get these videos done. Dare I say, all in one take. That's probably never going to happen. I'd like it to, because mistakes always happen when you're building, but I'd love to do it all in one take, because editing would be a lot simpler for me. So yeah, I'd love to do videos, what I do, all in one take. That'd be pretty cool. Right, when you're screwing the screw, just hold that side, guys, because it's going to spin it round and you're not going to get it tightened up. Just a little tip for you there. I'm not sure if this has got to be really tight anyway. But not really happy here, that's not flush. Perhaps it'll be do in a minute when I have to keep tightening it up. There we go. Yeah, that's not really over that good on there. Not quite sure why. I've took it apart. Basically, it's got like a little indent there. So as you're looking at your part, make sure that piece there is at the top, and that is just to the right of it as you're looking at it. Because if not, you'll have a whole lot of problems, which I've just had off camera. I won't go into that. But I thought I'd tell you that because if you do make that mistake, as I made, I'll show you now exactly what is the problem. When you get to instruction 8, you've got to have that at the top, and then what happens is you put this piece on like so, but story short, it will not be flush. So yeah, you've got to put this shaft in that side and this little indent here. If you've done it right, which I've done now, that should fit nice and flush. If you haven't got that joined together the right way round, with that just to the right of that part there, you're going to have problems, as I've just had. So I had to sort that out off camera. But now, when you put it together, it is nice and flush, like so. So what we've got to do now is screw that screw in, which is an AP screw. Oh, the joys of modern building, guys, the joys. It's all good fun. So that's going to keep moving for a minute, so what I'm going to do is tighten that up and get into the position where I need it before tightening it fully, which is like that. You might want to hold both of them, but remember that's going to be turning at the same time, so if I put that on the desk, that might be the best thing to do. Tighten that screw up. Yeah, there's always problems, guys, and things you have to come over when doing model building, but we got there. So yeah, that's how that's looking. Nice and flush now, that's all cool. Now we're going to attach this to the engine. So where this is going, guys, is just there. So if I try and leave that there for you so you can see what I'm doing. And then what's going to happen, you've got like a little indent there, so it can only go on one way. That's going to be screwed on to there, like so. That's going to need an IM screw to attach that. So if we just get an IM screw. Well, I jinxed myself, didn't I? I ain't done this in one take. I will do. I'll get there. So a bit of editing is going to be needed for me with this video. But yeah, screw that in. I've got so many screwdrivers here. Some work, some don't. I'll just use whatever works, to be fair. Now moving on to instruction 10, and we've got to apply a screw just into there, which is going to be an AP screw. So let's get that done. There we go, just in there. And this is the upper part of the alternator 113K, and we're basically screwing this to the water pump casing 1, and that's all done, nice and tight, without it falling off. Yeah, brilliant. And that then takes us to instruction 11. Look at that, how that's looking, guys. Look at the engine, how it's looking. Beautiful. So now we're going to be working back on this piece here, and we're going to be applying some distribution belt tensioners and a lot of other things onto the lower casing. So if I just put that to one side a sec, bring the parts over, and we need, let me look, I think it's this little fella here, need that there, guys. So what we're going to do is now apply this. This could be fiddly, so I've got to be careful. See that little sticky out bit there? That needs to go like that. I'm carefully holding that so it don't fly off across my studio. That needs to go in there like that. And I've got to attach that with an LP screw. So let me get an LP screw out. Very effective, these pulleys are, guys, when they're done, but they can be very fiddly. You could be losing parts all over you room, studio, wherever you were doing this build. So if I just turn this around, I will show you the result in a sec, guys, once I safely attach this to the engine. So if I just put that there like that. I think I've got the right bit there, yeah. Is that going in? Yeah. If I do that nice and tight now. Yeah, that's how that's looking. That piece there. That's secure now. Tighten up a bit more. Yeah, beautiful. Don't think that's going to go any tighter. That's how that's looking. Wicked. So now what I've got to do is get 13D, which is the crankshaft pinion. Just give me this little thing here. There's a tiny thing this is. Now what you want to do is put it on to the engine, but this piece is going to be facing towards you, and this needs to go just here. Just here to the lower casing. Now this is a tight fit, this ain't got to be screwed on, that's just a push on. Simple as that. That's how that's looking so far. Now we're going to move on to instruction 12. So instruction 12, we now need to take the two camshaft sprockets. I love these. I love blue. Blue is my favourite colour, so yeah, I love these. This is going to make it look beautiful. So again, these are just two pins here. So this is just a matter of pushing these on. There we go. And this one. Cool, look at that. Don't that look cool? That is looking amazing. So that's instruction 12 done. Now, this is a cool bit. For instruction 13, we've got to apply the belt. Love this. So this is basically applying now the distribution belt. So it's already in the shape you need really. So what you want to do is apply the wide part of the belt at the top on them camshaft sprockets, and then it's just simply pulling it down. It's not hard. It probably seems daunting when you're thinking of doing it, but that is the easiest thing we've ever done. That is it. Very effective, very cool. And that's, I like how they've done that, to be fair. It's very simple, you ain't got to fiddle about it. All it is, it's even in the shape you need it. You just got to put it onto them two camshaft sprockets and then down to the bottom. Tension belt, distribution belt tension, should I say, at the bottom. Cool. So then what we're going to do for instruction 14 is take this piece and this is going to be going in front of the belt, like so. So that's going to look. And then we're going to attach that with two screws, an IM screw at the top and then an AP screw at the bottom. So I'll get out of them screws and we'll get that done. So yeah, there I am now applying the IM screw. It's just a shame you're not going to see those two camshaft sprockets ever again. So if you want to see them, just watch this video over and over, because that was the last time you'll ever see them. That's a shame. How cool they were. I could always leave that off, couldn't I? So, no, I won't do that. Right, so now I've got to apply the AP screw just at the bottom of this cover of the casing. So if I just place that on the table for a second, I'll get that put in. That's the problem with these builds, guys, I have, and it plays with you for a bit on your mind. It's cool, the detail you put in these builds, in the engines especially, but half of it you never see. You never see. Like that belt and those camshaft sprockets, you're never going to see those again, ever. And I've done lots of builds similar to that, where you never, like the injectors, etc. I think there's some in this, you're never going to see them. But hey, it's how they do the builds, isn't it? It's how they keep it going monthly. if you did have things to do. So there we go, that's the distribution upper casing fitted, and that was instruction 14. Now we're going to move on to instruction 15, where we're going to insert the pivot onto part 13G, which is onto this piece here. So what we need is a little black piece, which is just here, and this is going to be going, right, let me have a look. Okay, so here you probably can't see that in this light, there's a tiny little hole just in there above that screw. What we're going to do is put this pin of this part, which is 13G, and we'll apply that into 13B and put that in there. So let me just get a bit of light on the subject. Very fiddly this bit. What I might do is get some tweezers. Just be careful not to ping it off over the room. Again, don't worry if you can't see exactly what's going on, guys. I'll show you the outcome soon as I've got it into position. Right, I think we've got that. I wasn't sure if to put a bit of glue on it. It doesn't tell you to, but I don't want that coming out. That's that part put on. Now for 16 and 17, we've got to get the air conditioner compression pulley, which is this part here, and this part here. So what we need to do, oh, not forgetting this piece here. So what we're going to do is, you've got like a little lip here, so that's only going to go on one way. Now the way it's got to be, let me just double check this, I think it's got to be that way. Tell you what, let's see. Yeah, I think that's right. Looks good to me. So you just sandwich those together like that, and again do the same with this part here, which is 13P. This is the conditioner compressor mount. What I'm going to do is push that over there like that. That's how that is looking. Now we're going to attach this to the engine. It's going to go onto here, guys. So again, you've only got on one way to line it all up, like so. And then we're going to attach that with a piece screw. So I'm just getting one there. Well, fingers crossed I don't attempt fate. I'm not sure how long this video has been going now, but we've outtakes like turn it off and restarting, getting screws ready, etc. So I've had to turn the video off while I'm doing that to save time for you guys. My mic is still charged, so I'm happy with that. So just put this in there and just line that hole up. So yeah, these mics were a good buy. I got them off Amazon, to be fair. And I'm really happy with them, to be truthful. Just making sure that's on a minute. Can't understand why that's falling off. So I tighten this screw up, which is an AP screw. And I think that should be in position now. It's not going to go anywhere. Now that's all done, nice and tight. Now you can see this is a bit loose here. Now what's going to rectify that is we've got to put a screw in the back here, which is going to be a GP screw, and obviously that will sandwich and pull that back together, so it's going to be okay. Don't worry about this piece here, that's going to be being attached to something way down the line. So what I need now is a GP screw to get this nice and strongly attached, so they're not going to be falling apart, etc. Right, so here we go. So just make sure it's all lined up and flush, and then you're good to put your GP screw, just keeping it in line, trying to keep it level and straight. Screw that in nice and tight. There we go. beautiful. And there you see, it's all secure. It's not moving anywhere, and it looks nice and neat. You don't got to worry about all that falling apart. That's cool. Now, for the last instruction of this build, guys, today, we're going to be having another build coming to the channel after this one. So yeah, keep an eye out for issue 14 coming next. We'll apply some stickers. So let me see where these are going. Basically on here. So this little barrel sort of thing, which is the start motor. I'm putting these stickers. Look at the detail on these though, guys. These look amazing. Now it's only saying putting one on. So I wonder if that's because if you damage it, we've got a spare one. Not sure. Now look. Man, these are so cool. I'm just going to hold them with a tweezer and see if that, I'll try and zoom in on that when editing. But there's actually real writing there, guys. Real writing. This build is amazing. I'm not sure which way that has to go. Just looking. I think it's going to be. I need my dot glasses on. I'm trying to see which way is the right way. I'm going to go for that way. So carefully just get these off with your tweezers. There we go. Just put your tweezers underneath. And as I say, this has got to go just at the bottom, just here, of the start motor. Oh, I'm going to be wondering if this is the right way now. I do hope so. Yeah, that'll be okay. And it's pretty straight. And that's it, guys. That is it. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to give you a nice outro, show you everything I've done in this issue, and keep an eye out for the short also. Probably put some music from the Fast and Furious franchise, but stay tuned to the end. I mean, look at the detail, guys. Look at that. Another little sticker there. Just makes it pop. The writing on top of the car. Oh, it's just amazing. Look at that. Looks so cool. Yeah, and I'll do a short coming soon, and you will see a lot of close-ups of this engine and where we're at with it at the minute. So that's it. Take care, guys. See you in the next one. And that is it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give us a big thumbs up and also subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. And when you do, guys, click that bell notification. You'll always be notified whatever I put up and whenever I put it up on the channel, whether it's this build or any of the other builds I'm doing at the minute. Pretty cool issue today, guys. We was doing pulleys and mechanisms on the engine. It's looking really cool, this engine is, guys. And don't forget, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm doing another issue, guys, so it's going to be a Fast and Furious Toyota Supra weekend. This is what's coming up next. Issue 14. There's parts in the mag, so keep an eye out for that. And as I say, if you press that bell notification after subscribing, all free, no Patreon on this channel, guys. So just click that subscribe button and the bell notification. You'll always be notified when I put something up on the channel on your device. But for now, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Do hope you enjoyed this video. Come back for more and check out my playlist, guys. There's loads going on. There's loads of new builds I've got at the minute. And if I get a chance, I will try and do a little short and show you how overwhelmed I am with models at the minute, and I just can't keep up, which is a good place to be. I've got them under the table here, over here, down the back, over the back, everywhere. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Do hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Catch you the next one. Take care. Peace.